lesson 1.2 from Health Semester 1, and this lesson is going to cover the 5 fitness components. So first of all, the 5 fitness components are cardiovascular endurance, muscular strength, flexibility, and body composition. Let's start out with the first one, which is cardiovascular endurance. What this is this is the ability of the heart, blood vessels, and lungs to supply enough oxygen and necessary fuel to the muscles during long periods of activity. And the best way to work on your cardiovascular endurance is aerobic activities, which we consider with air. So you need plenty of oxygen when you're doing cardiovascular activities. Some examples of cardiovascular activities are jogging, swimming, biking, dancing, possibly climbing stairs at your work, doing a rowing activity. So these are sustained activities that require usually large amounts of oxygen in order to participate in those activities. Next, we have muscular endurance. Definition of muscular endurance is the ability of the muscles to repeat a movement many times or hold a position without stopping to rest. And when we're working on muscular endurance, we want to incorporate the term resistance training, which is involving the use of weights or weight resistance. This could be like an elastic band, or you could be using actual weights to do this. And the goal when we're working on muscular endurance is to try to complete 12 or more repetitions of a given movement. This graph or picture right here shows an example, kind of the difference between muscular strength and endurance, which I'm going to talk about muscular strength next. But if you look at muscular endurance on this side, ability to repeat an exercise without tiring, you're using moderate weight, 12 to 20 reps, and you're doing 30 to 50% of your 1 rep max. An example would be, for instance, doing 50 push-ups in a row. So you're doing something for a longer period of time. And I'm going to touch on what muscular strength is next. Muscular strength, on the other end, is the ability of the muscle to push or pull heavier weight amounts for a brief span of time. So as we just talked about with muscular endurance, it's over a longer period of time. So this is a brief period of time. Muscles in your body burn more calories than fat, which means that more muscle you have, the more calories you'll burn and the leaner you'll be. So the more muscular you are, usually the higher your metabolism is going to be. You're going to burn calories faster if you have more muscle mass. Here are just some examples of strength exercises you can do. There's many websites that you can look up to get workouts. One of my favorites is darebee.com, DAREBEE.com, and there's many different workouts that you can do from your home if you want to work on your muscular strength. Next term is flexibility. Flexibility is the ability to move a joint through a full range of motion. Staying flexible helps to decrease the possibility of injury. Static stretching is a term we refer to in flexibility, and this is holding a stretch. So this would be like, for instance, sitting down in the hurdler stretch, and you're going to reach towards your toes and hold that position for 15 to 30 seconds. That would be considered a static stretch. Another type of stretch is called dynamic stretching. This is moving and increasing the stretch gradually. This could be like doing slow lunges. You're continually moving, but you're stretching at the same time. So that's what we call a dynamic stretching routine. And it's important when you're doing stretching, you never want to bounce while you're stretching. You want it to be very fluid. It's best to exhale as you do the movement, and you'll be able to stretch a little bit further. Body composition, the combination of fat-free mass and fat mass in your body is body composition. So having too much or too little fat in your composition can become a health risk. Body composition is usually easily managed by eating a healthy diet and participating in physical activity. One thing that I like to bring up to people about body composition is that it can be misleading when we talk about body mass index. So that's the BMI number right here. So when you go to the doctor's office, they get your height and weight and blood pressure and all that. Well, they take the height and weight and there's a ratio that is created from that creates the body mass index. What that does not take into consideration is muscle mass. So here's an example. You have 2 individuals who weigh the same amount. They're the same height. They're both 6 feet and they weigh 250 pounds. According to the BMI, they would be morbidly obese, actually. But this person here is very fit. They have lots of muscle. The muscle is more dense than fat, so it can be very misleading when we're talking about body mass index. It's best to figure out what your body fat composition is. That is the most accurate, healthy way to see what your current fitness level is, I would say. For this lesson, you have an activity. It's 1.2.1. There are going to be 5 questions. They're multiple choice and matching. That will be questions reviewing the content that I just shared with you. If you have any questions about this course, please reach out to one of your health instructors. Have a great day.